Hello and welcome to my channel or welcome back. If you watched my previous video, you probably noticed some change. Yeah, I cut my hair and I am so happy. I feel free and I feel myself because I always go back and forth. I grow a little my hair and then I cut different lengths, short, long pixie, short pixie, short bob, undercut, perms. I had tons of different perms. So yeah, I like to discover new me and I like to try new styles and I don't know, new faces of me. And I also want to see how it's gonna look on me. And because I have very fine, very straight hair, so I'm not always happy how it's like. So I always need some product, and sometimes I'm just getting tired of using any product and I just go and cut my hair. When I was young, I didn't care, right? It's just perfect as it is, even if it's fine but I have fine but lots of hair. So I was always like, I never really had very long hair, like shoulder length or even longer. So when I was 10 years old, my mom, I had like braids, like a schoolgirl. So my mom was so tired of brushing me every morning and make my braids every morning. So we went to a hair salon, my very first visit to a hair salon, and we did really nice hairstyle, like a bob, very fancy. And since then, the story begins of my hair going longer or shorter. So the older I was, I always had some sort of bob, yeah. But I don't want to tell the whole story of my life with the hair. I never really cared because, like I said, when you're young, your hair is just perfect. I noticed changes of my hair after the first child. It's kind of like hair loss, all that. And then after second child, I started cutting it drastically because like I didn't have any time to do anything to style or to think about it. So a few decades later, when I finally started like taking more time looking at myself at the mirror, so I wanted some changes. So I started experiment with my hairstyles, and I noticed it is silly thing. What I noticed is that one side of my hair cooperating actually is this side. It always looks perfect, and one side of my head never cooperates. So when I was young, it would just turn other way, whatever. But when I did some haircuts or hairstyle or something, it would go like no product would style it properly. So when undercut hairstyle came in trendy and fashion, I was very happy actually with the idea because I just cut it short. And this side of hair looked actually nice. But then again, something started happening. I couldn't understand what's happening. My hair never really was very... my hair never had a really good volume, but still, like, I had some. And all of a sudden, I started losing anything I had, like, no volume at all. Like, of course, I started using some products, some shampoo, some sprays, and I asked my hairdresser to let's make some hairstyles so I have some volume. So we were searching with her. One year, it was like about 5 or 6 years ago, I have to search. I'll show you the picture. So I had this one side hairstyle. So it actually was before my cruise, very first cruise, I think. Anyway, we did something I loved. It was, I did a perm, like my hairstylist did a perm. So very short this side, and it was like a perm on the other side. It looked fabulous. And I love perm. So, and I always go on and off perm. I hate it. Like, it's a hate and love relationship. I would never do it. And I went like some years never doing it. And then I would come back because like I had some ideas. I always like, when I come to my hairstylist, she would be like, so show me the picture. What is it this time? So, and then I don't know, guys. Nobody told me anything about getting older and all these changes we're like experiencing getting older. So I didn't know that when your hair gets gray, it's not just the color we get, like we lose all the volume. The hair itself changing in texture. So I know there are some lucky women who still have lots of hair, who still have lots of volume, and they're like amazing. And there are some lucky women who looks amazing with the great hair. They're rocking it. But to tell you the truth, it's just a few of us that can rock the gray hair. I tried. I actually bleached my hair, but my hairstylist says you can't do that. It's still gonna be a little yellowish because apparently I have a lot of red in my hair. I had no idea. I always thought like, well, I kind of knew, but I didn't know that it would affect my hair. Like if I wanted to change the color, like bleach it or something. So honestly, I decided to play again, and I grew my hair a little bit more. So I had another perm, like every 2 years. I would get a perm. But I feel bad for my hair because perm is just 6 months. And then you have to redo it. Sometimes I would redo it and sometimes I would cut it. How I discovered my short hair, I remember I cut my, some years ago I cut my perm. First I did a bob. But again, I had to use a lot, like style it, use the product. And my hair is weird that way. It's getting heavy and it's getting dirty, and every 2 days I will have to wash it. It's disgusting. So, and then it was my first undercut, like one side short, one side longer, and I loved it. I love the style, so I kept it. But again, I was getting older, and so I asked my stylist how gray my hair is, and she said, you don't have that much gray on you, but I still have it. So in every year I have more and more. Or for example, after the surgery, she noticed I got more gray hair over, I don't know, like months. Or something happens. Anyway, I don't have lots of, it's not even 90%, it's not even 50%, but I still do have some gray hair. So it affects how I have to style my hair, how it looks on my head. So it's all like flash news, like I didn't know. Even if I color my hair, it's still, gray. So, and I thought I'm losing my hair, and I thought it's thinning. So I went to my hairdresser and I'm like, what should I do? What do I do? And she's like, you're fine. It's just because you have a gray hair, so you notice more, like in between, you notice more of your scalp. Because I was freaking out. Like, and I'm sure, please let me know in the comments, is it like familiar story to you? Do you experience things like that? Because like I said, there are ladies that I'm like so jealous, who have like lots of hair, lots of volume, gray hair. Some of you are still keeping long hair. Good for you. Never could keep long hair because, like I said, it's first of all, I'm not that person that keeps same hairstyle for a long time. I get bored. Second of all, it gets like dirty. I have to wash it, and when I wash it, I have to dry it, and I like volume, so it's a styling. It's this, that. When I have time, when I have like mood for it, sure. But when we get older, our hair doesn't grow as much. It's kind of like stops growing, you know. And if you like end of the hair, especially hair like mine, like very fine hair, so it might be some volume here, but at the end it's always like, I don't know how to call it, you know, like the grass, you know, like ripped kind of ends. Doesn't look good at all. So, and like I said, I used to have pixie once in a while, and I haven't had pixie for a couple of years. And when my hairdresser, when she cut it, I like look myself in the mirror and I'm like, I'm back. You know, I don't know if you are with me or not. I know it's a drastic change, but you know what? Change is good, and I feel like so good. I feel like, oh yes, that's me. It's me again. I don't know for how long I'm gonna keep it, but I'm keeping it for now. I'm loving it, and I love how I look. You know what I mean? Like my face looks with the short hair. I can play with different style of makeup, and I like big heavy jewelry. And like when it's a pixie style, I can like wear and play with the jewelry. Also, when I looked at myself when we went on a cruise, and I looked myself in the pictures, I look like blah. Like I don't like looking blah. I always say, you know, I'm tall, and people look at me anyway. That's the way it is because I'm tall. So I can't hide myself in a like I'm still there. So I can hide myself in a crowd. I can hide myself in a crowd of tall people. But anyway, so that's my story with the hair. I hope it's kind of resonate with you guys. And you know what? I just want to encourage some of you who are on the verge of thinking of changing. Maybe I need to get a haircut. Maybe not that short, you know. But oh, and another thing I forgot to mention, I did different kind of perms, and I did a root perm. That, if you have like hair like mine, like fine and thinning, and you know, try a root perm. It just gets you a volume, and it looks like it's your own hair. And you don't need really to add a product, like, you know, when you have like regular perm, you have to add product. So, you know, you have like a curls or waves. With this one, it's like, it looks like your own hair. You can add like a little like spray maybe or something if you're going out. But the day by day, you know, routine life, I loved it. I had it like for almost 6 months, and I loved it. I was thinking actually doing it again, but then I was like, no, I want this. I miss this face. I always put my hair back because I like my face open. I don't like hair on my face, and because of my job, I don't need hair on my eyes. So that's my story of my hair, and that's why I'm looking different now. And I hope you like it. I love it. And maybe some of you who is watching this video right now, maybe you will think about something. Maybe I inspire you to look in a different way at yourself and think, maybe I'll get a haircut. Like I said, you don't have to get this short, but shorter bob or undercut or like pixie bob or long pixie. You know, there's so many different cool haircuts now. And especially if your hair is wavy, or if you have like a little or you have your curls, or like I'm so jealous of for some of you who has curls. Oh my god, that's why I had perms, because my hair like straight. My mom had wavy hair, my dad had wavy hair, nothing, not like straight. So if you have a little wave, that adds a volume. And you have like if you like have longer hair, and if you cut it and it's all gets like a little up, and you don't get a volume. Beautiful. But like I said, there are some of you who are blessed with the thick hair. Yeah, you don't need to do anything, you just enjoy. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in the next video. And please subscribe and put your thumbs up if you like it. See ya!